Welcome back, everybody, to whatever the hell this video game is right now, because to be honest, I'm not even sure I know anymore. Magister Duran of Upper Royne, a merchant in Andalos. Any questions? Oh, and by the way, we're a lustful hedonist at the age of 5, and we can raid because the Faith of the Seven has been turned on its head. So, just up front, I am recording this episode slightly earlier than I usually would. Towards the end of this week, I am going to be away for 5 whole days. During that time, I'll put up an emergency series, something so that, or I might continue with this one, I haven't really decided yet, one or the other, depending on how I feel at the time, whether or not we're in a position where I can continue with this without needing much guidance, whether we want to start a new series, something like that, because obviously this is all just kind of testing stuff. And then when I get back from my awayness, we can start a proper decent series of CK2. Well, one maybe without the Dungeon Master, retire it for a little while, put it up on Steam, let you guys mess around with it for a bit. So, this is weird. A Merchant Republic. Baratheon. I don't think we've ever done... Have we done a Merchant Republic in the Game of Thrones? We have as the Top Bog Spoff series, but obviously we weren't Merchant Republic for the entire thing. It was only for the first few episodes until Top Bog was actually exiled from Ashai, at which point we became feudal. And then we came back and conquered it. And then we became, obviously, the Shadow King, so evidently feudal. So this is going to be interesting, because I was actually thinking the other day I'd like to play feudal. And the one thing really took my fancy is that Paradox recently put up a new ruler for the kind of the ruler challenges. They put up a Bostain of Visby or something like that. So I was tempted to play as that, but then, you know, I guess I've been given my wishes here. So what can we actually build in the Game of Thrones one? Is it any different? Slave camps in your capital is interesting, because actually we're capable of going out and doing slavery now, right? Because the religion's been flipped on its head. We can raid, actually. Raid and slavery are independent. Yeah, see, in Andalos. So slavery, though it needs raiding, which is a religion feature, slavery is actually a law within a kingdom. Now, if it turns out we are under the Iron... Are we not under the Iron Throne? I'm just thinking, because obviously the Iron Throne's at war right now, because it's all splintered. Maybe we're not under the Iron Throne. Maybe Andalos is independent. Hard to tell. And if that's the case, when we get into power, we can enable slavery. That'd be kind of interesting. Especially because the Faith of the Seven has already gone a bit off the rails, you know? 10 gold, thank you. I'm going to do everything in my power to make this kid come out as good as possible. So we need a good court physician, which we don't have. What the fuck? We need a maester from the Citadel, but we can't send for one. Well, that's inconvenient. Lord Commander Jamie? Jamie Crackle, thank you. Why can we not get him... So a maester from the Citadel, obviously one of his jobs is to... teach children at court, so we're missing out on quite a big advantage there. Our Guardian's incredible. Don't forget, we've got Quincy Drinkwater, gregarious, diligent, trusting, erudite. I like him. I want to keep him around as long as possible, so I'm going to be giving him, you know, gold and whatever else I can to keep him happy as possible. But yeah, besides that, actually a better... Oh, he's our bloody regent. Fuck. I was going to say a better chief general, because obviously they've got the ability to train children as well. This guy has actually more chance of... Way more... 10 times chance of... making us hate training than he has improving. So, a second I count, I need to actually get him off of that, because that's not ideal. Send him a gift. Maybe that'll improve things? Nope, I just wasted my bloody gold. I've recruited a court physician, but I don't think that's the same thing as sending for a... I don't think it'll fill the same role. Oh, it does. Oh, interesting. It's because I assume we're in Essos. And obviously Essos doesn't traditionally take, even though... Because Andalos actually is Faith of the Seven in the base game, right? So it's not a Faith of the Seven specific thing. I mean, it is. But of course, the Northmen get maesters as well. It's an Iron Throne thing specifically. Mysterious Charm. General opinion +5, mainly to timid. We don't want timid. We should play. We'll become friends with Giselle, but definitely don't get timid. Ooh! Oh, that's bad. Where did he spawn? And why clicking on the Dungeon Master? Does it like the game so much? Oh, because of his fucking crazy kill list. I remember now. I lived a very long life and met some interesting fellows. Oh, I know. I'll introduce you to one now. You try and turn and tell the Dungeon Master to stop, but he has already disappeared in a cloud of sand. A great voice echoes from around the hall, speaking a foreign tongue that slowly begins to fade into your own language. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. We've got Ramses II, basically. I like the fact that the... So basically, not going to go too deep into CK2 modding, but basically, I threw together this religion very quickly, otherwise he spawns in wherever he spawns in. I felt this one felt, obviously, Kemetic seems a bit more appropriate. But in CK2 modding, you can't give religions a specific icon without also including every other religion icon. So you can't just give it a separate thing to its own thing. So I can't mod anything in without replacing all of the Game of Thrones. But if I do that for Game of Thrones, you can't play in the base game, etc. I like the fact that he actually got a sun as his icon, given that, you know, he's ancient Egyptian. That's cool. That's why I've also given him Scorcher there as well, which is quite cool. Hey, that's nice. Ramesses II. Where did he land? He landed in the Stormlands. Holy shit. This would be interesting. He's obviously incredibly powerful, gets occasional event-spawn troops. I feel like he's probably just going to get thwomped by the Iron Throne. We'll keep an eye on him. Kemet, and he's also Bravosi, by the way. Right, what are we going to go for? Conscientious is good for a stewardship education, which is obviously what we want to bank on now. Rowdy and Willful is just better in general. Affectionate is not ideal. Kind, content. I mean, in Game of Thrones it's better because it's family Persian. Obviously, Conscientious gives stewardship. I think I'm going to go for that one in the hopes we get Conscientious. Fuck. Well, I mean, again, it's not too terrible. Oh, God. He's done it again. He's driven all religious heads insane, including the brand new Ozymandias that spawned Ramesses II. There you are. What a mess. You wouldn't. Sometimes I think I'm far too cruel. Today is your lucky day, my friend. I give you the greatest gift of all. Might help you against some of my other plans. You sense a great adventure approaching. Matters of life and death. With age comes wisdom, they say. You guys know how this goes, I think. If you saw last series, you know what happens here. It's the Dungeon Master being nefarious and cynical, and it makes you think you've got immortality when in fact you get Broken Spirit. We've made some alterations to this event in the new version of the Dungeon Master mod. Obviously, I'm not going to spoil it, but things that I've shown off in series that I feel like are a little kind of one-trick pony, Matters of Life and Death, Render a Thigh, things like that, have been adjusted for the actual public release, which I'm not going to spoil. You'll obviously see them in series eventually, and I would show it in this series, but I can't update. I'm not, like, trying to withhold information. Oh, wow, no way. He actually did 2.2% chance yearly, and we actually hit it. Look at that. What a man. That event currently, in this version, does give you for 6 months, -10 martial, -4 intrigue, -4 diplomacy. So if that strikes at a bad time, like in the middle of war, you're in a lot of trouble. For us, the only thing we've got to worry about is -2 health. It's equivalent of having the flu. It's already gone. One of the beta testers got that when they had low health, and it killed them, which I thought was, again, that's kind of the point of the event. Despero Gasparian has been elected the new Sea Lord. He hasn't. We're now a fucking republic. Oh, is that going to break the game? Oh, Jesus. We're now... Oh, fucking my God. We're now... feudal. No, I wanted to play Merchant Republic, you son of a bitch. Get out of here. Well, to call that a mess would be an understatement. I actually think it might be the Mega War system that's making the Republic so weird. So, long story short, after we flipped to feudal and I paused it, it crashed within a week. I loaded back, the same thing happened, we flipped to a Republic, we flipped back to feudal, we then flipped back to Merchant Republic after the Iron Throne took back the title. I've basically done some messing around to ensure that we had a city on the coast, so that from now on, if something bad happens, in theory we should remain Republic, because we've got a city on the coast, rather than the Andalusian Hills. The downside to that is, though, that we have lost our duchy-level title. That's the trade-off for this actually working. I figured that was fair for us to actually sacrifice something. So, we are back to square one. Because, of course, we are. We've got the worst court. And no one's going to want to join me. There are actually a lot of people that want to come to court. I found this guy. Patient, diligent, charitable. He's got 14 in terms of a stewardship education. But besides that, he's actually very good. So, we want to keep you around. You're my court musician. You are my bodyguard. You are my... That's all I can do, really, I'm afraid. 0. Jesus. Okay, what are we looking like? Brooding, affectionate, fussy. I guess we'll take fussy or nothing. That's what I meant. We'll take nothing. Then I'm going to go through this list, and I'm going to invite everybody who is the highest tier in their respective field to fill up our court, because we have nobody in our court, basically. During court, yes. Well, that clearly has not worked as intended. Right, let's get Ronald, and then... You might also notice we do have the ability to tell the name of someone to the Dungeon Master, because we did get the Death Note event while I was messing around. It was in the middle of me swapping characters and dishing titles out and making sure the Republic wasn't going to collapse. So, didn't get to see the event, but I'm sure, again, many of you have probably, who've been keeping up with the Dungeon Master, have probably seen it before. Basically, we can tell any character's name that dislikes us to the Dungeon Master, and the Dungeon Master will kill them. However, it is a known crime. The family will know about it. They'll probably want retribution, vengeance, whatever. So, that's worth bearing in mind. But I thought it was quite a fun little balancing feature. Okay, let's recruit another court physician, or maester, whatever you want to call them. She'll do, whatever. We don't have a priest, even though I'm pretty sure I invited a priest. Doesn't really matter. Right. Let's collect some taxes. So our castle, our house, obviously we collect taxes from the Andal Coast, because that is, oh, you son of a bitch, because that's where our house is, and we have Malakovos as well there, as a landed title for our dynasty, so that it doesn't all go tits up when I'm sure it flips back to a regular republic at some point. Why are we losing so much gold all the time? I just pay for something. Maybe I did. You are my Justicia. Oh, I can't sack you. Right, okay. That's a shame. Let's get Raymond on that then. Get him overseeing the realm. Try and collect some taxes. You train child. 9.58% chance yearly. That's what we like to see. Give you an honorary title of bodyguard for a start. Anything else I can give him? Corp. What's the highest one? Let's give him chief architect. There we are. 2. It's best I can do, I'm afraid. Oh god, the king died. What is this going to do to the realm? Oh, what is this? We're fucking feudal again. Oh, I just want to play a republic, brother. Just want to play a republic. Why did that happen? King, who the fucking hell's King Theo Baratheon? Gavelkind. We got Gavelkinded away. This is obnoxious. All right, we're back as a merchant republic. If I have to do that again, I will scream. We had such a good educator as well, and we've lost 2 of them because of diplomatic tension. Get to my court. Okay. This time, we're not even landed. We are just a house in a city. We'll rig the election. We'll do it that way. And then when we've rigged the election once, we can stay on top of it, and then we'll never lose this republic again. Mark my words. No titles to worry about, because we're... Oh... That's cool. During a routine maintenance in the Temple of Falwell, a great wellspring was discovered unlike any other. Through the rock face beneath the foundation flows a seemingly unlimited source of crystal clear glowing water. Believing it to be a divine gift, the local ruler of the province bathed in the water and drank deeply, only to discover that their strength grew rapidly and the ravages of time seemed to be reversed. The local holy man has declared the site as sacred, with only the blessed ruler being allowed entrance into the divine fountain. Though for some jealous rulers, perhaps, this may not be enough to prevent their curiosity. Bad for health and long life. Fountain of Youth is discovered. The owner of the province will occasionally gain health and grow younger. These are some of my favourite events. So, we have the Fountain of Youth. We have the City of Gold. We have some others. Can't talk about it. It's my mod. I'll say what I fucking want. I made it sound like I've been under strict orders to not say anything. It's just I don't want to spoil it, basically. But yeah, so random provinces can get these really cool modifiers. What was it called? Felwell. Let's go find that. Scepter Felwell. There it is. And that, if I built it properly, has the Fountain of Youth. Gives levy size, garrison size, 50% disease resistance. I actually didn't even think that would work, but apparently it does. I haven't tested this. Mythical Fountain of Youth was discovered in the foundation of the temple in this very province. Naturally, the ruler of the province takes great interest in such a find. Basically, this guy, if he's fortunate, every few years will gain the benefits of the Fountain of Youth. He will gain some health in exchange for losing some years. Let me just say, as with everything in the Dungeon Master mod, they're not quite as straightforward as they might be, and a finger on the monkey's paw will curl whenever he takes a drink from the Fountain of Youth. That's all I'm going to say. Let's leave that there. Right, back to my Merchant Republic. For as long as it... Oh, no. Alright, we're safe. We're good. The Republic stands for yet another day. Oh, dear, my pet died. Well, he just can't catch a break, can he? This is Gavelkind's fault. Someone in our court just died because we inherited a bunch of money. Okay, Justicia, Chief General. Oh, God. Okay. Let me go back to the recruit screen again and get some more people. You're very good. Wow. Right, we're looking for a good educator, too. Don't forget, that's really the top tier thing that we're looking for. That's my top tier concern right now, is that we're going to come out shit education because we've been bouncing between educators all our life. Miriam reached over to him and touched my food. He said it was not too hot to eat, but he touched it. We're fussy now. I think fussy is good. Fussy, brooding. That's quite a nice combination. I'm pretty sure those don't work for stewardship, though, do they? Oh, no, I think brooding does. Is it fussy or is it conscientious for stewardship? I actually think it's conscientious in hindsight. That's okay. We're doing all right. These people are actually going to join my bloody court. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Right, okay, here we are. Chief General. Boom. No Lord Treasurer. No Lord Treasurer? Hey? No valid candidates. Does it have to be male, perhaps? Bear in mind we also need a female temple holder. Worth keeping that in mind. Nobody wants to join us. Davos, you'll do. And then we'll see if we can find... It needs to be our religion, too. A lady of our religion, you'll do. Oh, she also needs to be... obviously educated in... scholarship. Might be easier just to find one from the character menu. What I want to do is go join court, yes. And I want to bring in someone who's a good educator. Let's try patient, diligent. There actually is someone. Patient, diligent, greedy, brave. Delana, courtier in Nutton. Get over here. Okay. Sign guardian. Sign guardian. Us to her. What's she good at? Nothing. Nothing, if you will. Okay. Boom. There we are. Literally the bottom of our list. Not good at what she does, but my god, she will put everything she's got into it. Okay, you collect some taxes. You oversee the realm. Fucking look at that Justicia. You were really the best I could get. Were you not supposed to be our spy master? Oh, it's because our... Again, it was because our bloody diplomat was a woman, and that's apparently not allowed? Join court, yes. Richard. Please, for the love of God, Richard, bail me out here, brother. I was about to say, do we want to build a trade post? But it turns out House Baratheon, which... I mean, obviously, we usurped this title. We stole this Republic title from someone else. It's actually called Narastes, which is not right. We'll go ahead and rename that at some stage. We still count as House Baratheon, though, obviously, for the purposes of the Republic here. Turns out they were already building a trade post when we snatched it, but I'm not sure where... 16. 16 stewardship, and you sacked him. In favor of... You are an idiot. Oh, God. Durwa can't. She's a woman. She's a woman. They don't allow that. Right, get him to court. He's at least okay. You son of a bitch. Don't do it, please. Who are we going to play as if we die? Prince Adrian. We're back in line to the bloody Iron Throne again. I don't want the Iron Throne just given to me. I want to earn it. We are the last of the descendants of Stannis Baratheon. We have a half-brother, but he's no relative to Stannis. You must live. Duran Duranis, you are the final hope. Come on, as long as you know what you're doing. Thank you. For the love of God, we're fine. It's okay. Still no priest. I don't even why I'm bothered checking. Obviously, we can't hire a priest for a bloody long time. I was actually going to try and save up and buy another trade post. So yeah, I don't know where the other one's about to spawn in, so we'll wait and see. Oh, there it is. Malakovos. Where's Malakovos? Sure. Playful. Not ideal. Becomes gregarious. Malakovos. Oh, that's our old stomping grounds. That's not bad. Do you want to build a merchant port instead of building another trade post? I actually was looking at Driftmark, our old capital. I thought that'd be quite nice. Oh, God. With another previously never before seen event here. Thunderous applause. It's just like the old expression goes. Never trust an ambitious chancellor as his eyes on your primary title wants to assert the Republic. Wait, no. I just made that up. God, I'm funny, aren't I? So how democracy dies. All unlanded, ambitious chancellors will rise up and usurp their legion's primary title. Boom. Who stole what? Is the Iron Throne? Palpatine. Septum Vortimer. An ambitious priest has taken the fucking throne. Tion? Another one. My god, you people should stop having ambitious... Okay, we got Tyrell. We've still got a Verschall. Another ambitious... My god. They're all ambitious septums. And how's my man Ramsay's doing? Nothing. Oh no, we got a game over. Oh, come on. No. Was our... Get the strange feeling our guy might have been ambitious too. Do you think this one's fallen apart? We didn't get the Senate event this time. We did, however, get arguably one of my more favourite events that we've added here. Gary Prime. I'm introduced to my friend Gary. Gary loves playing my games, don't you, Gary? Asks the Dungeon Master as he slaps a timid and shell-shocked man on the back, who in turn audibly squeaks. See, Gary has always dreamt big, but he never quite made it, so I'm going to let him live vicariously. Every court throughout the land will get their very own Gary. Fruit directly from the loins of Gary Prime. Suddenly, a nefarious-looking copy of Gary pops into your court. But, continues the Dungeon Master, these Garys will be slightly amped up. Much more ambitious and skilled than the original, so watch your back. Welcome, Gary. And we still got the flu, by the way. So Gary Prime has many children, including Gary. Oh, it was Gary, son of Gary. There, did you see that? What was that? Gary Axis of what? Oh, Gary of Axe Island. Essentially, it's a Gary Battle Royale, but again, I don't want to spoil it. Essentially, the first Gary to become landed gets a special title, and other such things. So we now have a Gary in court. To be honest, a Gary in court is exactly what I was after. Oh, we don't count, though, because we're not landed. So we don't get a Gary. Our liege gets a Gary. Oh, it's 100. It's 100 rulers get a Gary. Because we worked out before that make a game crash, because that's a lot of Gary. We hit critical Gary mass. So if I type in Gary, you can see that there are plenty of Garys. There's a staggering amount of Garys, to be honest with you. And obviously, any more on that, it wasn't particularly happy. Gary Prime does actually stick around, stays in the Dungeon Master's court, and they have such a nice time together. We've made it, somehow. We've jumbled through to the point of being educated. Brooding. Brooding and conscientious. It was brooding and conscientious. Paying for the best education. So we've still got a trade post there. I was going to build, obviously, the other one in Dragonstone. That's impossible. We need to get land, because I feel like what happened was Sea Lord Relis lost the war against the Iron Throne. The title of the Republic was revoked from him, and we became unlanded because there was no Republic anymore. So bear that in mind, that our fate is still on a knife's edge a little bit. Oh, that's nice. That's a good start. Wow. We might be on a redemption arc yet. Lustful, Hedonist, Patient. Just would be really nice from Brooding. Affectionate can become... Family Person would be fantastic too, especially with Hedonist and Lustful. That would be ideal, wouldn't it? Fantastic combination. Okay. Ask courtiers to leave court. We'll take what we can get, thank you, unless it's a Gary. I mean, to be fair, they are very, very good, but they are ambitious. And again, they're looking for your titles. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention that all Garys actually spawn with a claim on the title that they land in. So, for example, this guy landed in Moragos. This guy landed in Drakkar. You can see their Pine Send, and this one didn't get a title. Oh, because he's dead already. He must have already got up to some nefarious shit. This Gary in Brawashar, wherever that is. You son of a bitch. Oh, God. I feel like we have to call it there, don't we? Maybe the line of Stannis was always doomed. Maybe it's fate. Maybe it's the Dungeon Master. And that's it. The game is working against us, and now we've been assassinated. The final descendant of Stannis, Dorannis. Our average dynastic life expectancy, this is staggering. Stannis died at 59. After we played as him for about 20 years. We then played as Stannis, who died at the age of 20. After we played him for about 20 years. We then played as Damis, who died at the age of 22. After we played him for, get this, probably about 5 years, to be honest with you. And then Dorannis, dead after 13. It's not fair. The line of Stannis is always doomed. I don't think there's any way to redeem it. So what comes next? We are playing as now Geryon. So we could keep playing as Geryon. But to be honest, the whole point was the line of Stannis. And I've been humiliated by this video game. Every turn, it has kicked me while I'm down. It's given me a bad hand, and we've been screwed over. There is no redeeming Stannis Baratheon, I've decided. And there we are. That is another preview of the Dungeon Master. That is another preview of the Dungeon Master, more importantly, working in a Game of Thrones. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'm still collecting suggestions. For next series, however, we will not be using Dungeon Master. I've got some people testing it in Elder Kings. I'm going to be opening up to beta testers over on Discord. We're looking to get 50 events into the Dungeon Master. We're going to put it then live to beta testers over in Discord. So if you want to check it out, links in the description. We'll set up a specific channel. There'll be bug reports. After beta testers giving it a thumbs up across testing across the many different mods, we'll then open it up to Steam Workshop downloads, that type of thing. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this very short Game of Thrones series. Emphasis on short. The Dungeon Master certainly did a number on us, but a lot of the things that were broken were just from regular Game of Thrones chaos. The Uninhibited Realm expansion, which is a game rule, obviously didn't do us any favors, and I think obviously the what do you call it? The Iron Throne Mega Wars really screwed over Succession, especially for our dynasty when we ended up where we were, Gavelkind 2. That was good, though. I actually did enjoy that. For the short amount that it lasted, it was a true chaotic Game of Thrones story, and I think it was the ultimate Game of Thrones story because it ended in defeat. Destiny played, and Destiny actually won on that one. Next up, we'll be playing Faerun. We'll be playing Faerun, however, without the Dungeon Master. Like I said, we'll just go in and we'll just give it a proper CK2 playthrough. I'm looking forward to that. Actually get back to the normality for a little bit without my own creation trying to kill me all the time. Thank you to our executive producer over at Patreon, including Boop, Leo, Gweness, Chase, Roll2 Demon Games, Norstrus, Ninja Tree V, Limpy George, Skaz, Odie, Kamar Ishmael, and, of course, every executive producer over at Patreon. And thanks to our executive producer over at Coffee as well, including Alex Scalibur, Nemesis Rubius, Oliver, Boop, Dork, Moira, Mythomatic, Big Weeb, Layla, Scarlet Bard, Jan, Boangun, Juncture On, Asra and the Cat, and My Name Isn't Dio for their support over at the executive tier on Coffee. Thank you, guys. And a thank you as well to Way, and the rest of your name, which I'm obviously not going to read out. Zafio, Horlin, Jonah, Betimus Max, El Zilcho, Jesus, Nox Immortalis, The Gentleman Ghostronaut, Tom Padge, Moondoggy, Marcel, and Extra Smooth for their support over on Coffee. And a thank you as well to Ben Taylor, Marit Thrandraug, Kamikaze, Swifty21, Tiger Rifter, Red Wrath, Diplombic, Russian Oligarch, Billionaire, Hey, I'm Alex, Luke, Jordan, Vegan, Stonemason, Evan Dragon 323, Will, Wade, Jared, Moonray, and Tofu10. Thank you guys all for your support. Thank you for bearing with me with what was pure chaos series. And I'll see you all tomorrow for hopefully a bit more down-to-earth experience.